Hey, it's Tpok. I am back in Katawa Shoujo. We left off with Rin running away. So, yeah. The last day before summer vacations is waning slowly. Science is the final exam of the trimester, and then we are free. The collective yearning for liberty is almost palpable in the classroom, even though the weather seems a tad cloudy. It might rain today, who knows? I've already finished the test because it was pretty easy, so I'm doodling lazily on the flip side of the paper, waiting for Matao to call time. Is that... I was gonna say Shizune, but no, I don't think it is. That's a weird looking dog. Are you serious? Is Emmy a tank? I don't even know what that is. And then Rin. Looks like Kenji. It almost prevents Misha from trying to covertly look at my answers over my shoulder. Oh, it also... she might fool the inattentive teacher, but I can tell that she is trying to look. I guess it's her best bet at passing the test. Doesn't make me feel any mercy, though. So I just ignore her and look around me. It's quiet. The only sounds in the classroom are the quiet shuffling of papers and Matao's constant coughing. It makes my awareness of the surroundings slowly drift to the backstage of consciousness, giving room to other things. Vacation, huh? Some people will stay at school, even over the holidays. Some will go back to their families. I don't know what to do. I should go buy a train ticket for my trip back home, but I can't bring myself to do it. I bet I'm going to get a call from home again. Mom's going to pester me about when I'm coming back, and I'm not going to know what to answer. This is really lousy. In the current state of things with Rin, it feels like I can't just bail out of here and pretend we are through. And now she has other problems of her own. I thought the exhibition opening would have given her a breather, but I was sorely mistaken. The tangle just seems to thicken. A sharp knock on the door interrupts the quiet but frantic mood of the last 15 minutes of the exam. Come in. Uh-oh. The opening door reveals the art teacher, who steps in with his jacket swirling around him as though in a gust of wind. Oh, oops. Hit right click. He glances at Matao, who glances back at him. A frown spreads simultaneously on both their faces as the men measure each other with their gazes. Uh-oh. Excuse me, could I borrow Mr. Nakai for a moment? Excuse me, Mr. Nomiya, but we are in the middle of an exam here. A chilly atmosphere suddenly spreads in the middle of the summer afternoon as the two men try to stare each other down. This is urgent, and it seems that Nakai has already finished. Both men turn to look at me, staring at me like a pair of basilisks trying to petrify a tasty snack. It's true that I've been idle for a good while now, so Nomiya is right, but... Nakai, would you like to check your answers one more time? Matao speaks with an odd intonation, weighing certain words as if trying to send a message. The pressure from their stares makes me rapidly shake my head, which is apparently interpreted as an answer of some sort. Very well, Nakai. Go with Mr. Nomiya, if you please. Take your bag with you and bring your test paper to my desk. You have a nice vacation. You too, teacher. The entire world, well, at least the classroom, seems to hold its breath just for me, putting the exam on hold until I stand up, collect my stuff, and walk to the door. I can feel the stares in the back of my neck. My classmates probably think I'm in for some detention or something, on the last day of school before summer vacation. I don't know what the teacher wants from me, but I can guess it's probably not detention, and also that it probably has something to do with Rin again. Nomiya doesn't take me anywhere, contenting himself with the hallway as it's completely abandoned. Do you know where Tezuka is? So she is trying to avoid the teacher. Par for the course, probably. I wonder if she realizes that she can't avoid dealing with this indefinitely. I have no idea. You have probably asked from her homeroom next door. Of course I have. I've searched every nook and cranny of this blasted school and the girls' dorm. That's messed up. You are the last one to see her since yesterday, and you are her friend. Work with me here, aren't you worried? I am, but I don't know what I could do. Rin did something incomprehensible yesterday, even for her. She seemed really confused. Maybe she just wants some time to think then. I got the feeling that she had second thoughts about having the exhibition. Or something. She didn't really explain what was wrong. What second thoughts? I don't know, just got that feeling. I'm being a little dishonest with the teacher, but this is not something I should be meddling with. He came to me, yes. Why? Maybe he thinks I'm some kind of confidant of Rin's, but I don't think I can help with this matter. The teacher huffs and scratches his head in confusion. What's up with that girl? This is so unlike her. She's always been so goal-driven. Goal-driven? Those don't really strike me as the words to describe Rin with. To me, she always felt obsessive at best. I don't mean to be rude, but wasn't it you who pushed Rin to that direction in the first place? Her goal is my goal. That is a mentor's job. I guess so. I just don't know if painting can make her happy. Yeah, I was gonna say that was not the right thing to say. That is pretty preposterous of you to say, Nakai. He suddenly sounds pretty irate. Did I say something stupid? Yes. You don't understand, do you? It's not a question of happiness. For every gain, there's a sacrifice to be made. There's no free lunch, but would I let that girl waste away her talent if she had a moment of doubt? Never. Painting is work, just like any other. Tezuka might make it look like child's play to you, but she works hard every day to make her art. To become extraordinary, one has to make an extraordinary effort. The more the teacher talks, the more I feel that Rin doesn't think like that, even though I have no idea how she thinks. I can very well understand why she would sacrifice her summer vacation to make up for the lost classes and exams to get a chance at showing her art. This is the path she has taken, and to go all the way, that's not easy. I know she is young, and things are hard for her, just like for all the kids here in the school, but that's no excuse. He's finished. But do you have anything like what art is to Tezuka? No. That's right, I only have vague ideas of my future, no goal to shoot for, no dream to blindly reach for. I joined the art club in search of something I could be interested in, to get inspired by. Did I find something like that? All I found in the end was Rin. No, I don't have a passion like that. Then you can't understand. His flat statement allows no counter-argument. But she might not understand even herself. Still, I carry on arguing out of spite if for nothing else. How could she not? She's been at it so hard for the past few weeks that she put off even coming to school, not to say anything about attending class. Don't be ridiculous. I don't think I'm being ridiculous, but as I have no rebuttal, Nomiya seems to consider this one his win. At any rate, the opening was quite successful despite Tezuka hardly showing up. Many people were interested in her work, and one piece was even sold for a reasonable price. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Yes, it's fantastic news. I hoped Tezuka would come to her senses when she heard about this, but... He sighs and takes off his glasses, cleaning them against his jacket before putting them on his nose again. At any rate, I should be going. There's this mess to be settled with Sai and everyone. If you see Tezuka, please ask her to come see me. Otherwise, have a nice vacation. Thanks. I'm pretty sure she's at the atelier or the worry tree. Those are my guesses. So that's 2 places to check. Or that Dandelion's field, which is basically the worry tree. I think they were near. After he disappeared around the corner, I ponder where Rin could really be. It feels like she has not one, but at least half a dozen of those secret places. A balance between the desire to solve this tangle and to drop it for good. The disused classroom is just a few feet away. What to do? As I push open the door, only the shadows greet me from the inside. Hey there. Oh, wow. I was wrong. She's standing in the middle of the sunlit room, peering through the gaps of the curtains out into the yard. Like so often before, she doesn't start or jump, just calmly waits for me to make the first move. It's as if she's trying to become a permanent part of the furniture. The teacher is looking for you. A blank look over her shoulder is all I get, accompanied by a cryptic non-expression on her face. Are you looking for me too? Nah, I already found you, didn't I? Did you? She furrows her brow, looking so puzzled that it makes me wonder if the question was asked in all seriousness. Maybe it was. Are you talking metaphorically now? Do you mean like eels, caves, and dark, stormy nights? I'm bad at talking like that. The abruptly ended greetings give me a chance to close the door behind me and sit down on a dust-covered desktop. Rin stays standing, but at least she turns around. I soon wish she didn't, though. So oppressive is her expectant stare. This is her place, and I'm an intruder, although a tolerated one. Despite that, she still waits for me to say something. If I only knew what. The sunlit silence presses me towards decisions. I came here without really thinking what I would do, apart from delivering Namiya's short message in case Rin was here. She was, and now I don't know what else I want to say. What else I should say? I hover between my 2 options for a moment. Rin being troubled troubles me too. It's a surprising revelation, almost as big as realizing that she really is. Almost as big as realizing that she really is troubled was. What? Oh, that she really is troubled was. Okay. That didn't make sense to me at first, but nothing I can do would probably help, and I might be partially to blame too. Does it mean I should just wash my hands off her? Of her? Didn't think so. So, what's wrong? Nothing. She starts to turn away again, as if trying to physically exit a conversation she doesn't want to have. Rin, stop trying to dodge me or I'll leave. Okay. Do you want me to leave? Are you still angry? It took us, or was it only me, 10 seconds to swap the conversation into this. I wish we could erase the past, or failing that, forget all about it. I've wished for that more than once in the last few months. Let's put that aside for the time being, alright? If you say so. I do. So, what's wrong? Sai and Namiya were not happy that you ran off yesterday. You left them in quite a pinch, and I suppose the teacher wants some kind of an explanation. It seemed like you just threw out everything you had worked for, and I don't get why. Did I make a mistake? My reprimanding and her flat answer got so much against the usual expectations, and presumed interactions that it might as well just have been somebody else talking. Neither of us is like we used to be. This stiff, constricting feeling I get every time I look at Rin nowadays seems to be mirrored in her own behavior. I hate things that go irreparably wrong. Ever since February, I've hated them. What can I say? Her question is trailed by a compelling quizzical stare that makes me sigh and frown. Conversations nobody wants to have are the worst. I don't know. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it probably was pretty stupid. She responds with a sigh of her own, although hers is not as nearly as heavy as mine was. I just couldn't do it. But why? What's wrong? A pause, a furrowed brow, a quiet voice. Let it be, Hisao. I don't think I can really explain it in a way that would make sense. Yeah, Rin doesn't want to have this conversation either. That may be for the better. But how rare of her to admit that even she has some kind of limits. I always thought Rin was all but ignorant of her... Okay, sorry about this. Rin was all but ignorant of her tendency to get distracted, so much that she inadvertently obfuscates everything she says. You never explain anything in a way that would make sense. Nobody else has ever asked me to. I guess that's how it is, but I always wanted to make sense of you, to find out who you are. I still want to, can't you see? I know you can't, but I do. Is that why I keep this up? It pains you as much as it pains me. It's unlikely to be of any use to either. We did things and said things that can't be undone. It's as if you and me keep being close to each other just hurts us both, but we still deliberately keep doing it. Isn't that silly? Even now, I can see how you force yourself to respond even though you owe me nothing. Even if it's hard to talk about things like this. Why? Why is it that you paint? Because I don't know what else I could do. It's like this feeling that there's no choice, that it's the only possibility. Like when there's only watermelon flavored popsicles left in the store, but you need to eat a popsicle. Her poor metaphor aside, she didn't really answer anything. If possible, this makes even less sense than not knowing. Sorry, trying to get comfortable. But if you don't want to paint, not like that. You had to come to this school even though you probably didn't want to have a heart attack. She pauses, frowning as if something in what she said didn't please her. At least I think you wouldn't. Her careful follow-up is followed in turn by another, shorter pause with another, smaller frown. Would you like to have a heart attack? No, I wouldn't, and I didn't want to. But you're doing fine, aren't you? Or are you still sad about it? Rin's question makes me realize that I haven't really thought about my illness for weeks. Aside from chugging down my medication every day, there's been no need to concern myself with my broken heart, which I'm only thankful for, really. Getting to know new people, a new school, a new town, a new life, it has all caught me and made the past fade away. No, I guess even I can't dwell on the past. Stop calling. On the past indefinitely. See, even watermelon doesn't really taste bad if you have to eat it. Her half-nonsensical closure seems to put an end to the subject in Rin's mind, so I just nodded in uncertain confirmation. Pause, pause, pause. There are two kinds of silences, awkward ones that you want to break, and comfortable ones that you don't mind. The first kind is bad because it makes your thoughts go awry, like mine do now. Looking at Rin makes me feel bad. I don't want to feel like this. Looking at Rin makes me feel exhausted. I really tried my best. She tried to. I have no idea. But we ended up like this, and she ended up screwing up her exhibition opening. Feels like we are at a dead end. There's no direction to continue to. I reached out for her yesterday, thinking it would be the last time. She walked away. I want to be me. What the heck does that even mean? Rin, if anyone, is most definitely herself. I feel kind of relieved that I'm not the one to blame, but this still grates on my mind. Why did she run away? It didn't make sense yesterday, it doesn't make sense today. The things she said feel like they should make sense, but they just don't to me. You know, about that thing you just said. Which one of them? Painting. So I said something like that to me before, that a true artist does not paint because she wants to, but because she must. And I've been wondering about what she said. Why do artists have to paint? My question is probably pretty stupid. At least Rin looks at me in the blank way that seems to say so. I don't know. Am I an artist? Well, you paint stuff and you have an exhibition too. I'd say you qualify. I think I still don't know, but okay. The thinking pause that follows seems to last for half an eternity. Like most people, Rin doesn't flavor her thinking pauses by body language or saying like or or anything. I've noticed that I might prefer her this way. I might prefer her way. The usual way even annoys me, as if people were so infatuated by the sound of their own voice that they have to keep making some noise even when they are just thinking what they could say next. Rin just comes to a full stop when she is thinking. It's disconcerting because reacting to people spacing out is always hard, but she comes off as less obnoxious. I think I want someone to see... Oh, this is Rin. I think I want someone to see what's inside me. Not the way doctors and serial killers do. The way that doesn't make me feel lonely. This is what you call metaphorical, you see. Please don't lecture me about self-evident things. It's not self-evident that this is self-evident. So, you present the painting to someone and expect him to magically see a glimpse of your soul. It's not like that. It's just a little like that, but not really. Don't you understand? I do and I don't. You know, I feel a little bit of despair every time you ask that question. What question? About whether I understand you or not. She seems almost surprised at my clarification. Oh, it's not really a question. It's one of those kind that you don't have to answer. Rhetorical? Yeah, that's the word. A question that is not a question is a rhetorical question. How nice. That reminds me, it doesn't really make sense. What kind of question is one that isn't a question? A rhetorical one. What kind of answer is an answer that doesn't answer anything? Is that a rhetorical question? You are not funny. But if you don't like it, would you like me to say something else instead? I don't have any good ones though. How about your pants are on fire? This can be our secret language. Rin's honest-to-goodness silliness, made twice more ridiculous by the fact that I know she is dead serious, derails me like it always does. It's like some kind of safety lock to prevent me from becoming too much of a worrywart. Okay. I'm just gonna go. Someone obviously wants to get a hold of me, so... yeah. Anyways, we'll talk more with Rin next time. And so apparently the choice I made last time was the right one, so that's good. Yeah. I like it when you guys leave comments. That's always helpful and I don't know, just fun to read, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching.